if it's not your birthday and you're wondering why I said happy birthday, it's because it's KB's birthday today. And we are here today eating our pudding cake with melted ice cream. Yes. And we are planning on watching the scene from the show
Arcane,
where Caitlyn and Vi are at Jericho's and Vi is eating up some food. So we thought that we would eat some food while watching that scene. Yay! Super excited. And by the way, you can help me by wishing KB a happy birthday in the comments. Help me make her birthday super special. All right, let's get down to business.
Let's go. Here we go.
That's really cool, whatever that machine is.
Hey, look! There's how you get your water ins on.
Yeah, that water thing looks so cool. You were saying you think it's a water filter, maybe?
It could very well be a water filter.
It's really cool looking. It's neat, like, all of the surrounding environment that they made look super steampunk and cool. And here we have our ladies.
We have our ladies with some very interesting cuisine.
Oh my gosh. To me, that looks disgusting. Y'all have to know, like, that I'm a vegetarian.
For how long?
Since I was 12 years old. That's a lot of years. I'm 33 now. I'm not gonna calculate. Yeah, but most of my life, I've been a vegetarian. But, like, even I can look at, like, some chicken and be like, oh, that looks good, or, like, that smells good for what it is. Like, it's not appetizing to me anymore. But can be like, that looks good. I look at that and, like, look at the grease dripping off of it. It reminds me of, like, school lunches where people get, like, the pizza. You know the pizza?
God. Yeah.
And it had, like, that grease hanging out. If you put, like, a napkin to it, the napkin's so...
You're like...
It's disgusting.
And then this actually is I haven't had them personally, but this reminiscent is kind of like your frog legs to me. I know it's not frog legs just because of the situation here, but yeah, it doesn't look that appetizing. As someone
so like you are a meat eater.
I am, but this
doesn't
look that great. But now you talked about like the school cafeteria lunches. Oh my gosh, and, like the hot dogs that would bounce. Yeah, not the most appetizing. Not a good place for a first date. Oh, hey, we got some garlic action.
Yeah, garlic. That, like, it looks like an octopus tentacle. It's kind of gross. Like, it's, like, hanging down. And it has, like, some white filmy stuff. And then the knives, too. They have all kinds of... That looks like shimmer, yeah.
Would you like some shimmer in your food?
But also the food that they have is very colorful. So maybe it's just, like, something from the food. But also, like, all the other stuff, it looks like it just has grease hanging off of it.
Actually. The meat tenderizer also has it on here, too. I mean, it could be something else, too, but I just kind of find it a little bit amusing if you want some shimmer in your food. I mean, at this point, shimmer's, like, everywhere, so why not also use it as an ingredient? Give it an extra bit of bland spice.
I don't think that's shimmer.
I don't
think it's
either.
Just, like, a brightly colored food of some kind or other.
I know. I'm just joking with you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
It all looks nasty, though. Like, it's, like, stuff dripping off of everything.
There's some blood.
Oh, that's so disgusting. And, like, a head right there.
Yes.
They don't hide anything.
No. This is a great time to eat some cake.
I know. It's good that this cake is so good. Otherwise, I would be like, I can't eat it right now.
Oh, jeez.
I wonder I feel like the Jericho were selling cakes, like this kind of pudding cake that's very, like, gooey.
Yeah.
If he were selling cake, he would sell a cake like this.
And you got your girl here eating.
Oh, gosh, that looks disgusting. Like, there's, like, greasy sauce, like, hanging off, and she just takes her hand and just shoves it in her mouth.
Yeah, she pretty much. She's just like, you know, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, this is the best.
Jericho, have I missed these?
Wiggles it.
Yep. Oh my gosh, Caitlyn
looks so disgusted.
Yeah, she's not. She's like,
about this. I think it's not just disgusted, but she's like, in general, like, unhappy. And kind of like, what the heck is going on here?
Right?
Look at her. She's like, for surprise. That's like a surprise. Like, why did you literally, like, stick this in my face? Stick it in my face. She got in her personal space bubble is what she did. But look how brightly colored that food is.
It's like, the coloring of the, like, the, looks like a aquamarine. They're like a blue-greenish color. It looks much prettier than the, whatever that slop is. I don't know.
The sauce on it.
Saucy. No, thank you.
Thank you. And, like, the fact is, like, you could say she's being polite.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's like, no, thank you. But the way that she says it is in a sarcastic way.
Look at her facial expression, though.
Yeah.
Right? Look at them crossed eyebrows.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm...
Oh, yeah. Her, like, brows are furrowed in the middle. Like, can you get this nastiness out of my face? Like,
Please.
stat.
You're missing out.
You're missing out.
Oh, God.
You know,
She's not, like, perturbed at all. She's just like, yeah, whatever. You're missing
of course
out.
she's not.
She's like, I'm not gonna be bothered by the fact that you're rejecting this beloved childhood food of mine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to question?
And write down the business.
Yeah, she's very, like, the sharpshooter, very focused. And look, she, like, holds her hood, like, this is a secret.
She's supposed to be
Are you
incognito.
gonna question him? Like, let's get this moving.
Undercover.
Yeah. She's so cute.
I know. I love Caitlyn.
Baby's first undercover.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that the first time that I watched it.
You
But
didn't?
there was, like, a collection of memes where they were, like, it was, like, a video meme thing where they, like, zoomed in on that, and I was like, oh, my gosh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's not super great on the eyes.
Yay!
Definitely not above board.
And it's interesting that she says that. She's like, about what, the meat? And she's like joking, but then she says it's definitely not above board, which is interesting in and of itself. She's like, yeah, I'm eating this. Are you gonna feed me some? Yeah, I'm eating this, but...
Like mid-sentence. It's kind of a joke in a way, too, right?
But it's not above board. It's a joke, but I think it's
funny.
probably true,
I know, it's definitely true, but it's funny.
And she's like there, like,
oh, you gotta
enjoying.
question him. And it's just like, oh, about the meat, because the meat, it's questionable.
Yeah. It's so funny.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Silco. Connections.
She's like, not even, like, doesn't think this is funny at all.
No.
She's just like, Vi's, like, making jokes, but, like, kind of.
Vi wants to see what makes her tick. She's having a lot of fun. But let's be real. When's the last time Vi got to hang around with anyone, really, besides getting beaten up a lot in Stillwater? She hasn't had, like, social interaction like this in for I don't know how long. But, but the first thing she's gonna do is she's like, I'm gonna mess with her.
I think she also, like, doesn't want to show all her cards.
No, she doesn't. Because she can't...
She wants to kind of, like, keep some mystery.
At this point, she just doesn't really know. Like, this girl got her out of prison. But what else is she hiding? Maybe she's an enforcer, too. And we all know how Vi feels about enforcers.
Do I have chocolate on my face?
No, I probably do.
Okay. No, you don't either.
Okay, good.
I just wanted to check.
Why we're here?
We're here because I'm hungry.
Look at her face.
That's a face of
Like,
someone who's hangry.
Yeah, and it's funny because, Caitlyn's the one who brought her there. Caitlyn busted her out of Stillwater to bring her on this mission. And she's, like, acting like Caitlyn is this little fly buzzing around her.
Fly, don't bother me.
Yeah, she's like, we're here because I'm hungry. Could you just leave me alone? Stop nagging me.
You let me enjoy this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what prison food is like? No. Of course you don't.
Okay,
And there's a dig right there.
Yeah, but I think, to be honest with you, I think that this is one of Vi's strengths, is when people are kind of judging her, instead of just brushing it off, she's uses kind of forced empathy. She, like, pushes empathy on them by saying, like, well, do you know what it's like? Do you know what prison food is like? And she does that later with Jace, too.
Yeah.
When she asks him, like, he's threatening to get
Been
her
to Stillwater?
to get her arrested. Yeah, she said, well, have you ever been there? You just wave that threat around like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what it does to someone? So I think that that's honestly, like, a strength of hers and a skill of hers, that she's able to be like, hey, can you see, here's what it is from my point of view. Can you see that? And I think people learn from her that way. Yeah. She's really good at that.
Look at Caitlyn's face before she starts to get annoyed. She looks like, she's like, did this just happen? Like, really? And a vibe back to stuff her face.
Unbelievable. I didn't break you out of jail to eat. Slop.
Also, like, look at, like, all of the yellow sauce, like, falling all over the place while Vi's eating.
Yeah.
It's so nasty.
So this is, like, like similar to what happens with the couple argument, right? But this is the first time we actually see calm, cool, collected Caitlyn actually start to not be so calm, cool, and collected. Because even when they had the scene inside the prison, they both were like jabbing at each other, but neither one of them like really raised their voice. This time, Caitlyn's just kind of like, I can't believe I just got you out of this place, and this is all the thanks I get, you know? She's just like, nope. It's so cool to see that.
Yeah.
And you saw all the different emotions. She's just like, you're slop. And she just stands up.
Yeah.
I knew this was a terrible idea. You don't actually know anything.
Oh my, and then she goes right to that. Ooh, oh, Cupcake, don't judge a book by its cover.
And I think Vi, in her own way, is teaching Caitlyn.
She is.
I think she's teaching her through experience.
She is.
Just much like she taught Powder when they were young. And, you know, would take by taking Powder out on missions. Yeah. And she didn't really baby Powder.
No.
She just like, let her follow along. She'll learn from experience until Powder was like, hey, I need help. And then she helped her. But I think that this is the way Vi's used to being the leader. Yeah. She's used to being in charge. And I think that's part of why she's like not so bothered by Caitlyn questioning her. She's just very confident in being the leader and also in like just throwing her into this and being like, hey, this is how we do things here. I'm not going to baby you through this. I'm not going to walk you through step by step. But
and then she's having fun too, though.
And I think Vi's like kind of enjoying the power dynamic because she holds the power in this situation. And when she doesn't tell Caitlyn what's going on, she, I think, holds even more power.
She does, you know, because essentially this is a world that Caitlyn only has heard about. She was never allowed to go down here. And as far as we know, she's never been to the Undercity until now, right? So Vi's got all these CADs, so to speak, and she's got all this information. Yeah. But she doesn't even tell Caitlyn, oh, hey, we're going here for another reason. Yeah. And so Caitlyn's just like, this is absolutely not happening right now. Right. Completely unbelievable.
What did she just say?
Do you actually know anything, do you?
Oh, look at her face. Yeah. She's so pissed. Her brows are furrowed again. Yeah. And look at Vi. Her eyes are closed. She's just like sipping up every last juicy, like saucy drop.
Yeah, that we're gonna call it cheese, probably.
And look in the background. Yeah. You know what? I think that is...
It's a fish tank.
It's a fish tank. It looks like the fish are dead though. Like they're gonna be served.
That's you know, some interesting colored water there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once again though, this is go back to the couple argument where Vi is just chilling on the back. You know, she's got the sack over her head. She's not really using any energy, and here's Caitlyn like
kind of bickering.
Yeah, bickering and stuff, and Vi's just kind of like, whatever.
But I do feel like Caitlyn, like by bickering with her this way. Is showing some familiarity.
It is.
Because you don't bicker like that with someone that you don't... I mean, I feel like you argue with them, but not, like, bicker like this.
No, I think she would... Normally, I think the person in her situation would be, like, livid. Yeah. Maybe, like, you know, really, like, raise the volume. Because she doesn't really yell or scream at her.
No, and she doesn't, like, grab her and be like, hey, you know, push her against the wall. Like, I got you out of here for this. You know, she's not, like...
It's so interesting to see.
Not using, like, physical threats or...
No.
Not trying to overpower her.
No, she's not.
She's just kind of using her words. Yeah. And I feel like for Caitlyn, and I just thought of this now, who's used to holding power. She's used to people listening to her just because of, being a Kiraman. Yep. Whereas Vi, for one, doesn't even know she's a Kiraman.
She's no idea.
Number two, I don't think she would treat her any differently.
I doubt it.
If she did know, I think she would have even more reason to mess around with her and play games with her and you know, be how she is even more.
Absolutely.
So I think that we're seeing Caitlyn also kind of trying to figure out, but Caitlyn's also used to using her words.
She is.
Unlike Vi, I think if someone pissed off Vi like this, Vi would grab him and hold him against the wall. She would she would get physical, but Caitlyn's used to her words being enough.
And Vi's use of questioning is her fists, let's be honest. She's gonna beat you up. Maybe then she'll ask you a question, who knows? She's gonna beat you up, Bo.
Better than I remember.
And she doesn't even, like, regard. She just forgets that completely.
Right? Yeah, she doesn't even talk. Look at Caitlyn's face, and her face is like all pleased with herself.
She's like, this is wonderful. Check one for Vi.
Yeah, we think Vi's definitely keeping a tally.
Mental tally for
mental
sure.
tally. Like, check.
But here we go.
Honestly, like, all of this is so subtle. I think it's meant to be.
Yeah.
That the first time that I watched it, I was kind of like, what's going on? I was like, is that a napkin? Or like...
I'm like, no,
like,
it's
clearly she doesn't use a napkin. She gets that all over her face and all over her hands. But yeah, I was like, what the heck is that? Is that a napkin? I didn't really know what it was. But you said, when we were watching it for the first time, you said to me, like, oh, he slipped her a note. And so that's when I was like, oh, that's what's happening? But you also kind of, like, you watch a lot of, like, murder mystery kind of stuff more than I do.
Yeah.
So I think that you have an eye for this kind of thing.
Yeah. And look at that. She gives a side look.
Look at her. She's, like, intrigued. Like, I think she's kind of impressed.
I think she is, in a sense.
Yeah. She's like, oh.
Yeah.
So.
And then she's like, realization.
Yeah. She's like, wow.
She's like, wait a second.
Yeah. Yay. Well, thanks for watching that scene from Jericho's with us. It was interesting getting both of our, like, different perspectives, because we picked up on different things from watching it. But yes, please help me with wishing KB here a very happy birthday. Please leave a comment to help me make her birthday super special, and we look forward to connecting with all of you again soon. Sending you so much love. Till next time.
Laters.